Mental health and psychosocial support, usually shortened to MHPSS, concerns each and every person who works in development cooperation, because whenever we work with people, our focus should be on their needs, their skills, their possibilities, and their realities. And this is where MHPSS comes in. When we are planning and designing activities, we already need to be aware of the concerns of the people we want to reach. And this is equally true for both their social and their psychological needs. In all our work, we need to constantly remind ourselves not to increase the burdens or create even more stress for people who have gone and are going through difficult situations, such as violence and forced displacement. But more than this, projects should also aim at maintaining and improving the mental and physical well-being of everyone involved. But what does this mean for us in practice? There is no template. In every context and every project, we have to check how activities can be planned and conducted in ways that will not cause harm and will respond to psychosocial needs of the people we work with. And being sensitive also includes considering the nature of the project and the topic, the people involved, the regional situation, and many other factors. Nonetheless, there are some principles that can guide our reflections and actions and will help in making activities more psychosocially informed. Interacting at eye level. When transforming a project into a psychosocially informed project, what we do is less important than how we do it. We often think in simple stereotypes which are incomplete and obscure people's true nature. Thus, we forget that people are many-faceted. We need to remain respectful and open-minded, and get to know each other better rather than labeling people. Focusing on how we interact at eye level with the people we hope will benefit from a project will have an enormous impact on its success. No matter the topic, our activity should always be designed to empower the target population to actively participate in every stage of their planning and implementation. Only by ensuring that our work matches their capacities and responds to what they feel that they need, will our participants feel in control and experience a sense of self-efficacy. This is also true for the people working in the projects. At the same time, this also requires every person working on a project to be sensitive towards cultural contexts, traditional ways to solve problems, and gender and age-specific needs. Feeling safe. People who live in contexts where development cooperation takes place are facing conflicts, violence, and poverty, and often don't know what the next day will bring. Dealing with economic instability and worrying about what the future holds for themselves and their loved ones adds to the ongoing feeling that someone has cut the ground from under their feet. Although a single project cannot stabilize an entire region, it can create an environment in which people experience safety. And feeling safe, confident, and at ease becomes possible under relatively stable and safe conditions. Feeling safe and secure doesn't only refer to the physical environment. It also describes the relationships between people. Therefore, when working with people who are worried about safety, it is essential to be reliable and transparent. On a structural level, this also means the longer a project runs and the more sustainable it is, the better. Feeling connected with one another. When living under extreme circumstances, such as in war zones or in refugee and IDP camps, social networks are often disrupted and can sometimes be lost forever. Stress and grief can build up like a wall around people and isolate them even further. At the same time, being connected to family, friends, and a community creates a sense of belonging and contributes to stability. Projects should create possibilities for people to feel connected. Community spaces and joint activities can help people to break through the wall of isolation and mistrust that might have grown around them from the negative experiences they have made. We can start to replace this wall with feelings of mutual trust. Being informed about trauma and options for care. People participating in projects often come with diverse sets of histories, expectations, and needs. And even when they have had very similar experiences, they often react in vastly different ways when they are faced with the same situation. Living with trauma can lead to difficulties in concentrating and can make it hard to remember situations in the right order. It can trigger more withdrawal or lead to impulsive reactions. Most people learn how to cope with these intense emotions. Projects can convey a sense of normalcy by helping people to develop beneficial routines. To guarantee that everyone receives the care they need, projects need a reliable referral system to connect people to psychosocial services. This requires that all project staff are fully sensitized to the possible effects of traumatic events and the need to consider confidentiality in all their communication with people affected. Looking after ourselves. Finally, it is important to take care of ourselves before helping others. This entails listening to ourselves, asking other people for help when we need it, and allowing others to support us when we are feeling exhausted or overwhelmed. Being aware of our own stressors and limits is an important step forward. Nevertheless, the organization is responsible for putting the right structural offers in place. Considering MHPSS in the context of development cooperation is an enriching process for everyone involved. MHPSS can improve the impact that projects have, make their effects more stabilizing and sustainable, and increase the satisfaction of both the recipients and the people working for the implementing and commissioning organizations.